Yeah, this is Vega calling you.
Yep.
Sentient intelligence assigned to Mars.
There's something really cool about Vega's voice. Like, he sounds relaxing.
Optional challenges that when
Well, he's definitely a
instant upgrade
stark contrast from what you were just experiencing of just
I have added a tracking
Yeah,
bloodthirsty demons trying to kill you because you're not a
that's
bloodthirsty demon.
That's a really good point. Okay, so yeah, here's your mission challenges. So for this one, kill 2 possessed with a single trigger pull from the shotgun. Variety. See, okay, I don't know if you had this problem, but I didn't know what the possessed was, so I kept like doing this, getting different glory kills, and it didn't dawn on me. It's like, oh, maybe I should go to the codex and actually find what monster is what because I'm stupid. I was like, oh, that's the possessed. Okay, gotcha. And then, of course, find 3 secrets, which I've memorized every secret in the game, so that's not a problem. So the hardest one to get is probably the twofer. Kill 2 of the possessed with 1 trigger pull from the shotgun. That's what the explosive shot's for. It counts.
Oh yeah, I think that's how I did it too.
Yeah, it's much easier that way.
Yeah, trying to kill enemies with 1 pull of just the normal shotgun blast. I mean, well, possible. It's not going to be easy.
Yeah, it's possible, but it's a pain in the ass. See, there you go. And then quick melee. Just got to get 5 different ones here. Okay, fine. Whatever, game. Thank you.
That's not the one you're trying to do. You're trying to do the stomp one. That one's hard to execute. It's very particular.
Well, it's not hard to execute. It's just that I screwed it up. Come here. Snap.
There you go. Almost done.
This game is so
4 to
over the
5,
top.
just like that.
Gotcha.
There you go. There we go.
And just like that, you got 2 upgrade points. Oh, don't even think about it. Imps are so dangerous early game. They're really dangerous.
They do a lot of damage. You
Yeah.
don't think they're gonna do a lot of damage because they're common enemies, but they'll fuck you up.
Oh yeah, and they're very fast. They're very nimble. They're probably the most flexible enemy in the entire game.
I'd
Hey,
agree with that
Olivia.
statement. Yeah.
So, fun fact, the voice actress that voices Olivia also voiced Claire Redfield in the RE2 remake.
Yeah, that's some real voice talent. To be honest,
Yeah, she's very
being able to
talented.
play 2 very different spectrums.
I mean, they sound absolutely nothing alike, so you know that she's a very talented voice actress.
Yes, I would definitely agree with that. What would you say is closer to her more natural voice, Claire or Olivia?
Oh, it's got to be Claire. I mean, she's only in like her mid-30s, so I would assume that she
Okay,
probably
yeah.
sounds more like Claire. Now, since we're pretty low on ammo, I'm just going to go ahead and run the pistol to kill all the possessed. Oh, no, that's an M. Get rid of him. I see you up there. Yep, I got him. Now, there's actually a secret in this area. Let's deal with these. Oh, what are you doing back here, you little prick? Come here. Don't even think about it.
See, it's an imp.
Okay, so
The
have
imps
you ever-
pair really, really well with other trash mobs because while the trash mobs are overwhelming you, the imps can just do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Yep. Yeah, they can sneak up on you really quick, and dude, their slash attacks really hurt too. So I don't know if you've ever played Ultra Nightmare, but when you die, it leaves a helmet at the point that you died. And it's funny.
I did not know that.
Yeah, whenever I play Ultra Nightmare, it's funny because there's usually like 20 helmets just sitting right here on this one spot. The reason why is because people are trying to get up there to get to a secret, and their feet wind up clipping this railing right here. So what you got to do is jump on top of the railing, and then jump up.
I was gonna laugh really hard if you missed that jump up.
No, I have not messed up. Usually when I mess up, it is to something dumb, though, to be fair.
You're not Chris messing up a jump and smacking your face into a concrete or into like a stone wall twice. What? God, this is
Alright, so there's 2 possessed soldiers in here, but they're easy as hell to kill, because...
There's your
Bam.
second secret.
Yep, there's 2. Now, since I'm pretty experienced with Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare, I like to plan a lot of the game out in my head before I even attempt this kind of stuff, so I have very specific ideas of what I want to do with each upgrade point. Get rid of those perks real quick, and shit's about to hit the fan.
Oh yeah, I remember this part. This is probably the first area that actually gave me a little bit of trouble, just because at this point in the game you don't really have a lot of weapons that are effective at distance, so you kind of have to get up close and personal.
Yep.
And those possessed soldiers, man, they will ruin your day if you're not careful.
Yep, especially the ones, the possessed engineers, the ones that blow up on you.
Yeah, I hate them. I do like that they have a kind of a unique glory kill animation where you kick them away from you, which makes sense. You don't want to blow up.
Exactly. And you can actually use them to your advantage, too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've done that more than a few times.
There you are.
All things considered, I think it's really interesting to take a look at the early game scenario or the early game combat sequences where there isn't a lot of the bigger, bulkier, scarier demons, and they're actually easier by comparison, just because A, you're more powerful, B, you have more weapons, and C, you're usually fighting in larger areas than a coat closet.
Exactly, yeah. And I think this is one of the things that I don't really like about the early levels of this game is that it's too much like the original Dooms, but the combat style doesn't really fit it because these early levels, for the first 3 especially, are really very much corridor shooters.
Yes.
You know, they kind of give you open spaces like this, but with the way that the combat works in this game, to me it just doesn't, I don't think it gels well. Oh, look what I found.
Oh, there's a chainsaw.
And each year we harvest only the best of the best. Are you ready to move up? To take on new challenges?
See, now I love what they did with the chainsaw in this too, because you know, killing somebody with a chainsaw gives you ammo, and that's perfect because it's really hard to run out of ammo. Although I know in Doom Eternal they changed the way that the chainsaw works to where you have like 3 pips on it instead of actually having to refill it. And hold on, I gotta kill these guys. There we go. All right, and it actually recharges up to 1 pip over time. So you constantly will have a chainsaw to get your ammo back in Doom Eternal.
I'm trying to think of any time where I was in a firefight where I ran out of ammo and it caused me to actually just die. I don't think that happens too often in Doom.
Yeah, in this one it's not a problem, but for Doom Eternal, it looks like it's really, really, really going to be a problem, like trying to keep your ammo up. Like, it's kind of like a combat puzzle, is what id Software has been saying, and you're going to have to use your glory kills to keep your armor up, you're going to have to, or to keep your health up, you'll have to be using the flame belch to keep your armor up, and you're going to have to use the chainsaw to keep your ammo up, because the game isn't going to be nearly as nice to you this time. Which is funny, because this game isn't exactly polite.
No. And I never felt like they were overly generous with ammo in this game, but that's just because I never really struggled with ammo.
Yeah, and ammo's not really much of an issue in this. It is early game, but by late game, it's like it doesn't even matter. You'll be totally fine.
No, if you're spending your Argent energy properly, you're never going to run out of ammo.
Yeah, exactly. Now on Nightmare, I usually go for health first with the Argent cells, but for Ultra Violence, I just go for the ammo first because like I'm not really worried about losing health because I'm pretty good at the game and I'm fast enough to not get hit usually. And even if I do get hit, it's not nearly as punishing. Okay, this room on Ultra Nightmare has a tendency to kill me. So let's see how this goes.
So when you're clearing out these areas, do you typically focus on specific enemy types, or do you just kind of kill whatever's closest to you?
In early game, it doesn't really matter. I just focus on whatever, but obviously when bigger demons come in, like I'm going to focus like Hell Knights and the Mancubi. I'm going to focus the Barons of Hell, like the major threat targets. Those are the ones I'm going to go for first.
Okay,
But
so
in these early areas, it doesn't really matter.
yeah, okay, that's usually how I go. Typically, enemies that are ranged, I try to take out sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
So soldiers definitely have my priority, just because if you leave them unchecked, they are going to ruin your day.
The soldiers in particular can be a big problem because they can charge their attacks and hit you with that massive splash bomb. So they can be a real issue if you're not careful. Ooh, that was a barrel. Gotcha. Yeah, these guys right here, they can charge their plasma rifles and shoot out these huge balls of fury.
Shut up, Butters!
That just completely fuck you if you're anywhere near them. But the thing is, it's like, at this point, it's like, you can't leave an imp unchecked either.
Absolutely no. You really can't ignore anything for too long, because they're going to let you know that they're there.
Yeah. And I do like the enemy variety in the game, the way that each demon has its own specific role, and if you don't target the right one at the right time, there's a good chance it's going to kill you.
Absolutely.
All right, well now we
Which it makes the scaling of the enemies later in the game actually scale up pretty well, because
Absolutely.
I mean, when you have the rocket launcher, the Gauss rifle, the little guys like the possessed or even the imps are just going to get obliterated, but you still can't ignore them.
Yeah, and you don't want to be using your big weapons on something that small either.
Well, unless you want to be a big man, big macho man.
Oh,
I mean,
so
come on,
spooky!
There's something pretty satisfying about killing one possessed with the BFG blast. Come on. It's like
Okay,
you're
so
extra dead.
I intentionally leave this upgrade drone here because I'm going to come back for it later, because we have to come back here, but I want to go secret hunting first.
I'm pretty sure I know exactly what you say before.
Okay, what do you think I saved it for?
The stun bomb for the plasma rifle.
Did I tell you that that's what I saved it for?
No, you didn't. I just assumed because you get the plasma rifle in this game as a secret. Or in this level as a secret.
Now, question, when you played this game, did you actually run the stun bomb or the blast?
I didn't even touch the plasma rifle until I beat the game, to be honest.
Really? Wow.
I used it in combat for like this thing. I was like, this thing kind of sucks because I didn't have any mods for it. So I just focused on the other weapons because like these are more effective. Originally, I think the first weapon that I actually fully upgraded was the assault rifle with the micro rockets, because those things were absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, those things are pretty great. Kill you, toss a grenade down there.
And obviously clearly the shotgun with the grenade launcher. That was, I think, my first fully completed weapon challenge.
Yeah. Really, I'm not a big fan of the plasma rifle in this game. Really, the only use that I've truly found for it is with the stun bomb, because it just locks anything that you want to kill in place. So it's really good for pinkies and summoners when they start showing up. Yeah, there you are. Early game, this is really useful, but late game, like its primary fire isn't really that good. I think a lot of it is because it's a projectile weapon, so you really have to lead your shots pretty well with it.
And that was what I didn't really like about it, especially when you get to the more open areas. It's just, it doesn't feel like it's worth using, whereas with the Gauss rifle, it's instant fucking-taneous.
Exactly.
So that's a better use of the plasma cells.
Or you could just, have the micro rockets that are heat-seeking on the assault rifle, which are, infinitely fucking better.
Yes.
But the stun bomb is definitely pretty damn useful, and I'm not going to be passing that up, so let's go ahead and get it now. There you are, and I do use one... I'm basically kind of playing this the same way that I would play on Nightmare, fairly similarly at least. So let's see, quick recharge, yep. So you can probably already tell, Ken, by watching the way that I play this, that I'm all about speed.
Yeah, I mean, in Doom, and something I kind of had to learn the hard way was if you stop moving, you die.
I think the reason you had to learn the hard way is because these games just don't exist anymore.
No, they don't. Games reward corner shooting and, use of cover. Gears of War. Knee-high cover. What? Excuse me.
Oh, you mean the chest-high wall safari?
Chest-high, that's what I was, not knee-high. Yeah, but it's just how games kind of evolved. I mean, not, for better or worse. I mean, because, Gears of War definitely has its perks. But, the whole, you enter a new area and you see a whole bunch of, like you said, chest-high cover. It's like, well, okay, this is going to be annoying.
Yep. The thing is that those shooters don't bother me. The only reason they irritate me is because they completely overtook the old school style of just moving fast and just not getting hit. Like,
yes,
these games are much more based on skill than, in my opinion, the cover-based shooters are. Much
and then
more based on
other
skill.
games like this, where people are like, well, Halo, the first-person shooter, revolutionized. The problem with Halo is, especially on Legendary, I spend more time hiding, recharging my shield than I do in combat.
Yeah, it's a big disconnect between narrative and gameplay, because the narrative, I'm going to go for dexterity so I can swap my weapons faster, just quick note there. But with Halo, it's a big disconnect between narrative and gameplay, because the narrative is Master Chief is basically this total badass, but as far as I'm concerned, he can take hits about as well as a stained glass tennis racket in actual gameplay. And he has to hide behind cover constantly. He's not any different from any other Marine, it's just that he has a shield. That's the only thing that separates him from the rest of them. Oh yeah, come on, Doom. Yeah, oh yeah, come on, Daddy, harder, this is what I love.
And here's the thing that I like about the machine gun in this game. It's a 50 caliber assault rifle, and it feels like it.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's got some punch to it.
Every shot definitely feels like it has actual weight.
Yeah.
I wanted to wait to talk about this, so...
Oh yeah!
This is the first power-up you get, which is the Berserk, which is, I feel like, a great power-up to introduce, especially at this stage in the game, where all the enemies are still, more or less easy to manage and deal with, so you can feel like a total fucking badass and get introduced to this new power-up.
Well, the thing is, Berserk is a one-hit kill on anything. It doesn't matter what it is. This is, hands down, the most overpowered thing in the fucking game. I love it.
Okay, we just saw the shield guy. I want to talk about these fuckers. This is my least...
Stun bomb!
Yeah, if I had known that, it would...
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
Okay, so here's what just happened. I fired my my grenade, and for some reason it hit the imp, but didn't detonate and kill him, but it hurt me. That's what just fucking happened.
Well, get good.
Okay, well, we're doing that again.
Yeah.
That's horseshit. I got screwed over on that one. That is
But yeah,
bullshit.
I just want to talk about the
Yeah,
what are they
talk about
called?
the Berserk. Oh wait, what? Oh, the shield guys. The shield guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what are they called?
Shield
they have a
possess-
name.
They're possessed security, I think.
Possessed security. That's right. Yeah, they fucking suck. I hate them. I hate them. I would literally when I was playing through the anytime I saw them, I would take out my chainsaw to kill them because I don't want to deal with the fucking shield.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Because they do so much damage.
Yeah. Well, again, that's what the stun bomb is for. Instantly deletes that shield. By the way, that's something that they fixed in Doom Eternal. The plasma rifle standard shot will actually make their shields explode and kill anything that's near them.
That's good to know. Just because that enemy just kind of felt a little unbalanced in terms of early game, and because they're really hard to deal with if you don't know how to deal with them.
Yeah,
I mean, you can say that about anything, but more so for those guys. They're just because they're mobile, they have high damage output, and they're fucking tough to take down, even if you're just shooting them.
Yeah, it really is one of those things. If you don't know exactly what you're doing to deal with them, they're just going to annihilate you.
It would have been beneficial if they had sort of like an introductory cutscene, sort of like the Imp did, so you kind of be like, okay, so this is what this guy does.
You don't think that would hurt the pace of the game, though?
Not necessarily if they did it the same way they did the Imp, where it's like, okay, he shows up and like I have, 2-second cutscene. Okay, fight him now.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, there's hardly any demons that really get introduced. The Imp, the Mancubus. I think that's it, dude. Those are the only two that actually get a full introduction.
Because that enemy is comparatively more difficult to take down than other enemies you meet at this stage in the game. That's just how I personally feel.
Yeah. No, I can understand what you're saying. I mean, when I first played the game, I found them to be pretty frustrating as well. But since I'm so experienced, it's just like, I don't fucking care. Like, I'll just stun bomb them, and I'm fine. But even Hugo Martin's son, Hugo Martin did this really great interview with Danny O'Dwyer, and he was saying that his son really struggled with him, and I think that's probably one of the reasons that Hugo wanted to fix it, because he's just like, dude, my son's getting his ass kicked by this. Oh, this is the best doll in the game.
Wait for it. And the fingers.
He's got. Oh, I love Doomslayer, man. He's got such a great sense of humor about him.
Yep, because that's the original OG Doom guy model, right?
Yep, that's the OG Doom guy. And I've actually got one of those hanging around here somewhere.
So my favorite thing about the quote-unquote lore of the original Doom is that the Doom guy is just a super angry Doom Marine.
Yeah, he's literally too angry to die.
He's just a normal dude, and he's just so pissed about the demons.
Yeah, and that's really what this game is, dude. Now he's some kind of like ancient Hellwalker in the lore of this game.
Yep, but he's still just too angry to die.
Yeah, he's just
too angry to die. That's the whole game.
Yeah, he's just too angry to die. Oh, I fucking love it. And this is what I was talking about with it, how completely self-aware that this game is. Like, they knew that it's like, Doom is stupid. Why take this seriously? Just have fun with it.
And that's what made it so fresh and enjoyable is, not every game has to be like 1000% realistic where you can see the fucking sweat on the ass crack of Master Chief.
Well, especially you look at like Gears of War, because the first Gears of War was very self-aware. It knew it was dumb and it just relished it. And that's what I loved about the first one. But after that, it started taking itself really seriously, like, oh, we're going to turn it into a gritty war drama. Like, why? This is a game that was made for beer-drinking frat boys. Stop taking it seriously, guys.
Exactly. If you want a game that really kind of exemplifies the horrors of war and gritty war drama, you should absolutely play Spec Ops: The Line, because that game will take you by fucking surprise.
Yeah, that game, it's actually hard for me to go through that game because it's a little too real.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely exemplified what PTSD is, and I commend them for it.
Yeah, they did a fantastic job. Jaeger, they absolutely killed it. I got a lot of... Really?
I was saying, shooting guys with bullets is a good way to kill them.
Well, here's the thing.
Just my pro tip.
The problem, this still throws me out because I have my FOV set up to like 120 or 125, somewhere in there. So, like, it doesn't seem like they're as close as they are. It's kind of like looking in your side view mirrors on your car. That's what this is like. Yeah,
I can see that.
But it also makes the game feel like it moves a hell of a lot faster, which is why I like it.
Yeah.
You know, fuck you guys. The next level is my least favorite one in the game. Hands down, it's my least favorite one.
It just feels very drawn out, and I can understand. Oh, there we go. He's doing something.
You know, I think part of the reason I don't like the third level, you never played Doom 3, did you?
No, I did not. I played I saw gameplay for the first level. I'm like, this isn't Doom, and I just clicked off of it.
Yeah, it's more of a horror game, and the level design of the next level is very much like Doom 3, and I think that's a lot of the reason why I didn't like it. And Doom 3 is not a bad game, but it's not Doom. It just isn't. I'm sorry, it's not.
I like to think of it in the same vein, and people are going to give me shit about this because people are like, you're wrong, Ken, but I'm not. Fucking deal with it. I like to think of Doom 3 in the same vein as Dark Souls 2 is the Dark Souls series, where it's not a bad game, but it's just a bad Dark Souls game, and I like to think of Doom 3 as a bad Doom game.
Well, I thought Dark Souls 2 was widely considered to be the worst of the three, though.
It depends who you ask.
Really?
It definitely got better with all the various content and I guess the re-release they did for it, Scrublord, the first edition. But for me, what really stood out to me in the first Dark Souls 2 was it felt like the whole world was made out of Play-Doh.
That's a really interesting way of putting it.
It felt very fake to me, whereas the first Dark Souls definitely had a very grim outlook on everything. Where Dark Souls 2 was very bright, which is an unusual criticism of a game, but it just felt like I was in a different universe, but still had the same core mechanics of Dark Souls.
Right? Yeah, I understand that.
So it just kind of took me out of it.
Well, here's the thing then. Doom Eternal is kind of doing that. Doom Eternal is very bright and very colorful. This is actually one of the complaints I have about this game. I'm going to go for ammo, actually, since we're just playing on Ultraviolence. I like how I say just playing on Ultraviolence.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're still playing on relatively difficult gameplay.
Yeah, well, like I said, this is the gentleman's way. But with Doom Eternal, it's very bright and very colorful, which I like that because in this game, it's either industrial area or it's red.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but you're on Mars.
That's
on the fucking red planet.
Yeah, I get that. You're on Mars, you're in hell, but it's just like it gets ugly over time and it looks really flat with its colors. So I really like, because dude, there's like snowy areas that you go to in Doom Eternal.
Interesting.
It looks amazing. Oh god, I need. Gimme. I need. So now, here's the question. So you've never really played a shooter that was fast-paced and just visceral and just so aggressive like this before, have you?
I'm trying to think of what shooters I've played that would qualify for that, and I'm having a hard time thinking of anything that gets close.
I think a lot of the reason why is because I think you were too young to play the shooters that came out in the 90s.
Yeah, I was definitely too young.
Yeah, and this is a lot of the reason why. It's funny because older, since I'm part of the older crowd, people just accuse me of, it's just nostalgia. I'm like, no, it's not nostalgia. It was an entire style of game that disappeared when Halo came out.
Yeah,
like these fast-paced...
because they traded the fast-paced gameplay for cover-based shooting.
Yeah, and it's just like they removed a lot of things that I really, really enjoyed about shooters. And so until this game came out, I didn't like hardly any shooters that came out in the 2000s. Like, I liked BioShock Infinite, but that was because of the story and the characters, not necessarily because of the gameplay. If that makes any sense.
No, that makes sense, yeah. I agree. Because you weren't playing it because it was a first-person shooter, you're playing it because you were enthralled by the story.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, now we have to go to my least favorite level in the game. But we did get every secret, so we're sitting on 5 upgrade points, and I've got 2 Praetor tokens, but... I'm going to save it for dexterity, actually. That way I can grab ledges a little bit quicker. Like I said, I'm all about the speed. And
so yeah, you wouldn't think that would necessarily be useful, but if you're only thinking about it in an exploration sense, who cares? Yeah. But using it in combat is where it really shines.
Yeah, and it doesn't make a big difference, but this is Doom. You need every little bit of speed that you can fucking get.
Well, in a game, and I think I've said this before, where seconds matter, you need every advantage you can get.
Yep.